What's up, gamers? How the heck are you? My name is EpicPins, and in today's Grounded video, we're going to be talking about the Grounded animated series that is coming to a streaming service near you. Which streaming service? We don't know yet. But look, I'm super excited about this. I think this is absolutely awesome. And there's two things I kind of want to point out. We're going to go over the article a little bit. I'm not going to go in depth in it, but if you guys want to read the article, Deadline was the one that came out with it, but there are plenty of articles that are covering it now. GameStop, Game Informer, IGN, any of those, they all have articles on them, so you're welcome to look at those. So anyway, I want to go over a couple things in the article and basically go over the synopsis of what the show is going to entail and talk about two main points that I'm kind of excited for. So let's get into that. All right, guys, so point number one, and you guys can read through this if you want to. I'm not going to do the whole thing, but let's go over the main synopsis of the series. So this series is going to exist in the same universe as the game, following four friends who, the summer before high school, plan to make big things to elevate their social standings. But their plans are unimpeded when they stumble upon shrinking technology that makes them 2 inches tall. Now the four shrunken friends must learn to survive in a towering backyard that's jungle full of enormous predators and hiding vast corporate conspiracies that threaten their entire town. So that is the overarching story. Now, granted, it's just a small little tidbit of what we're going to get, but what I want to point out here is this exists in the same universe as the game, which means to me it's not going to be based around our four characters that we currently know, and it may not even be based around the backyard that we're currently in. I don't know that. This is all speculation, but just because they didn't state any of our characters' names, they didn't even mention the corporation that's behind a lot of this. They didn't mention Dr. Tully. They didn't mention any of that stuff. So it's just kind of like, and they also talked about missing kids. You know, we know about missing kids from the trailer, but they talked about these kids stumbled upon shrinking technology. Granted, this can just be how it's written for right now. The show is not fully aired out, but for its, like full story, they have, they have a wonderful team, I'm sure, behind it that's going to air out an entire story. But I really feel like it's not going to be the story we know right now. Now, I do think they may maybe use some components from what we know and kind of combine that with a whole new story, because it says that it's a corporate conspiracy that's threatening the entire town. So it could be even we're going to be in a neighboring in the animated show. We're going to be in a neighboring backyard. I just don't think it may not be centered around the four characters we know and love. And that's fine. I actually think that would be kind of cool. And I think it would be kind of cool to follow four new characters or four new friends and have them survive, and then kind of have Max or Hoop or somebody that's comes in out of nowhere to help them during these certain situations to get to teach them new things or something like that, because they've been surviving for so long already. They know so much, and they're oh my gosh, yes, we're so glad that this character is here now, or they don't, they're so glad that, because we know they're oh, thank God Max showed up because saved your butts, kind of thing like that. I think that would be super awesome to see those kind of things. I think centered around the story, we may kind of get too nitpicky by how they make the characters, their actions, their attitudes and stuff like that, because over time we've built up in our minds how these characters are. So it's it's kind of a hard thing to do. So I kind of wish they would do a little separate kind of neighboring yard or somewhere else, and they kind of just run into these characters maybe down the line as the series grows. Another thing in this article I want to point out, and this kind of really makes me feel like it's a whole new story. So Friedman is going to be one of the people working on the story along with Brent Goodrich. So they're crafting a new story, which means that they're not using a story that's already been kind of developed over the last 2 years or last few years now. But so that just lets me know that they're going to take pieces of the world we know and use them in their story, and hopefully they merge at some point. But I really feel like this is going to be a whole new crafted story just in the universe of the game we're playing, which I'm fine with. I think that's awesome. I do hope they give a nod to the game and not just, through base buildings or, through the bugs we see. I really hope they give a nod to the characters that we've come to love and know, and I think they will. Now, I do think that this whole animated series things, I think this is going to be a huge step up for Grounded. I think that this definitely confirms. Now, we've already had confirmation that there's going to be content beyond the final release, but I think this just confirms it, and it confirms possible DLCs of future, maybe different backyards or different areas that we somehow visit. I'm not going to really speculate how we get there, but Maybe we play as different characters in a new expansion of the game, and we play as the animated characters. I don't know. I think it's really cool. I like that they're putting money into other aspects of Grounded. That's only going to draw more players into this game that already has 10 million players. So it's only going to draw more in. It's only going to give us more future content to play off of, and I think that's absolutely incredible. Anyway, guys, I just kind of wanted to put this out there, my thoughts on it. You guys know I like to share my thoughts. But I wanted to put mine out there. I hope you guys drop in the comments below what you think of this, what you feel. I hope you're excited about it. If you're not, let me know what your concerns are about it. Let me know your issues about it. I'd love to hear them in the comments below. I'd love to talk about it. If you guys want to talk to me directly, I do stream on this channel. So if you do follow the channel, you'll get updated when I go live. I try to go live at least twice a week. Sometimes I can, but I post on the day of that I'm going live. You should get noticed a while, or like a couple hours or a few hours before I go live. But if you want to talk to me directly, that's a great way to do it. And hey, if you guys end up liking this video, please hit that like button below. I'd love for you to do that. If you end up liking me at all, consider subscribing to the channel. Hit that notification bell to get wind of any new videos I post. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.